Here I am, January 1st, 2023, and it's time to take down my protective style. This year, I'm going to be focused on just maintaining the overall health of my hair, keeping my hair in a protective style, using my products to maintain and grow my hair, thicken it up. So let's get into it. So I pre-pooed last night. I cut my braids, and then I went in with my scalp and hair oil all in the parts. You can see it's still pretty shiny. All in the parts, and then I did the greenhouse method. So I just wrapped my head in a plastic bag, and then put my scarf on top to keep everything secure. Oops. So I'm gonna start by taking these bad boys down. I'm trying to be as gentle as possible when taking these down. I've had these in for about 3 weeks. I think I put them in on December 10th, I want to say, or something like that. Just pulling it apart. Try not to pull too hard.
When doing this, I have to make sure that I'm as gentle as possible because my hair is fine and I don't want any unnecessary breakage.
Not much at all, which is lovely. I'm just going to finger detangle each section and 2-strand twist it. And I have 8 braids, so I'll have 8 2-strand twists going across my head.
When I finger detangle during protective style takedown, it's mostly to get my hair as detangled as possible and feeling for any small knots that I can undo with my fingers so the later steps can go super smooth. I'm also trying to remove as much buildup as possible near the root for easy removal during shampooing.
And there we go. Nice. So I'm actually going to do the rest of my head off camera. And before I forget, this is how much shed hair came out of that section. So I'm going to do the rest of my head off camera and I'll be back. Alright, I'm halfway done with the takedown. And sadly, I had to trim my hair several times toward the late months of 2022 because your girl got lazy, okay? I was wearing my hair out all the time, and I wasn't even moisturizing it when I was restyling it. Like, I would twist it up in the middle of the week and just untwist it. Like, who does that? Where's the moisturizer? So, as a consequence of my actions, I ended up with a lot of split ends and single strand knots, and it seemed like every time I would take my hair down out of a protective style or before I would put it in, I would feel the need to trim. Because going through the blow dryer, you can definitely feel the texture difference between the shaft and the end of the hair a lot better. But I'm not doing that this year. I'm not. I refuse. Alright, so finally got it all taken down. Twisted up. Look at how shiny it still is. And that's why I'm proud of myself. Because if I really wanted to, I could just, oops, excuse me, y'all. I could just do it like this. Well, not in this style, but. And boom. So, this is how much shed hair I had over the 3 weeks. And yeah, so now it's time to wash that bad boy. Alright, now it's time to wash. Now, I won't be able to show you the wash process because I don't have the setup for that. But let me just show you the products I'm using. Sulfur 8, boom, deep cleansing, medicated shampoo. Because Why not? I mean, it's what my mom used when I was a kid, so I'm just kind of going back to the basics. We got Sulfur 8 shampoo, and I have my conditioner that I made. It's a deep conditioner or hair mask, whatever you want to call it. Fenugreek and hibiscus, and this texture is amazing. Love it, love it, love it. And it smells pretty floral, but it's neither here nor there. So that's what I'm going to be using for the washing conditioning process. And then once I get my hair washed, I will come back and show you how I deep condition it. All right, so now that my hair is freshly washed, and just for a side note, I only dry my hair with microfiber or a t-shirt, something cotton, something that's not textured, because as you can see here, just from even going through the washer, kinky hair tends to snag on things like that, and that can promote breakage. So I don't do that, but this is my hair freshly washed. Still pretty shiny, kinda. And I'm just gonna show you my setup for how I'm going to deep condition it. Yes, there's a setup. So what I do is I take my humidifier and add a bunch of salt so that steam comes out quite heavily. I mean, I don't feel the need to invest in a steamer when I have a humidifier. That can be finessed. And then I'm going to take my deep conditioner and slather that all on my head, section by section. So starting with the sides, I'm going to work my way toward the middle. And then when I'm finished with that, I'm going to cover it with a plastic bag and chill out for a little bit. All right, now that the first section is done, I'm going to show you how great this deep conditioner is. And I made it specifically for me and my hair needs, but it's great for strengthening, softening, and adding hydration back into the hair. So as you can see, got quite a bit of shrinkage, right? Definitely. So I'm standing right beside the steamer. Sorry if it's a little loud. I just take a glob of the deep conditioner and I start at the root all the way down the part. I smooth that down, making sure that I get my edges as well. Go underneath. Go all the way down the part. And then I smooth it through.
When applying a deep conditioner or a hair mask, you want to make sure that you are applying it in small enough sections so that you can get every single strand coated with the product. This product is scalp safe, so starting at the root, I rake the conditioner through with my fingertips and press it into my hair to make sure that the section is fully saturated. And then I just rake it all the way down to make sure that it's tangle free and the ends are fully coated as well.
And look at the curl poppage. Like how, and it literally goes on like butter on hot toast. So now I'm going to twist the section up and condition the rest of my head and let it sit for a bit. So I just gotta show y'all this magic. I just gotta show y'all this magic. So watch the texture difference between when I put the conditioner on versus my hair without conditioner. How did I do that? Okay, there we go. I'm just gonna untwist this section, put it in the steam, the steam hit it a bit. They get nice and hydrated. Now, notice all the shrinkage. Take note. But watch this. Like, what even is life? Check this out. Versus, and it's not crunchy or anything, it's just that this product is just heavenly. Alright, so I'm gonna finish the rest of the section. And alright, so now that I have the conditioner all worked in there, I'm gonna cover it with a plastic bag because I don't have conditioning caps.
I invert my head so that all the twists can be gathered to the top of my head and be in the middle of the bag, and none of them will be hanging out of the back while I'm securing the cap.
It's a conditioning cap. I look like Mojo Jojo, but that's okay. Pause. Check this out. So, this is how much hair I lost while I was conditioning and finger detangling. It seems like a lot less than when I was taking the braids down. But I also want to note that I don't use any tools except for like clips to hold my hair in place during wash day until it's time for me to blow dry or style it. For me, I noticed that reduces a lot of the breakage that I see because I do have a lot of fine strands all across my head, different textures, but fine strands all over the place. And tools can kind of snag on the hair, and it's a lot easier to feel for and separate the knots when you go with your fingers versus using a comb and just raking straight through there and ripping it out. So I'm gonna let this sit for a little bit, and then I'll be back to show you what it looks like when I rinse it out. All right, so I just washed the conditioner out. Right now I'm just blotting it dry, squeezing all the excess water out. And let's see what we're working with. Whoa, that is, I must say, the amount of curl poppage is literally, it's really satisfying. Nice. And I'm just gonna pre-section it um, off camera so that when it's time for me to blow dry, it will be already ready to go. Get the water off my face. I'm so happy. Look at this. Check out the back. Love that for me. More things. Before I blow dry, I do want to do a quick wet length check. So just take a piece right beside my ear. And that's right. Say right at armpit length. Let's try the other side. Right at armpit length. Okay. Piece from the back. This piece feels a little bit shorter, but it's still right at armpit length. From the other side. side. Same size. Okay. And this, of course, again, is my hair with absolutely no product. All right. So now I'm ready to blow dry. I got my hair sectioned off. I got 4 sections, and I'm actually pretty proud of myself because I was never able to only do 4 twists before, and your girl is there. I'm there. I have the Revlon detangler ceramic blow dryer. Nothing fancy, and I'm using the detangling attachment. So I sectioned the bottom portion away from the top. So right now it's probably about, I'd say I'll probably do 4 sections for each twist or twisted section. Probably break it down right there. Oh, I forgot to show you what product I'm using. So my hair is still wet, as you can see. There we go. Still wet. Not dripping wet, but it's definitely not dry at all. So I'm using this comb. I forget where I got it, but I got it online somewhere, and it was not Amazon. And Blue Magic, just a regular Blue Magic. I'm not doing nothing fancy. I just need my hair dry without being too dry. And this is the Blue Magic conditioner hair dress, even though it's grease, but it gets the job done for me. I'm just gonna detangle this section starting at the end. And now that this section is fully combed out, I'm going to dry it about 50%, about halfway dry, using the tension method. And I find that this helps to, one, reduce the amount of snags that I get when I am pulling the comb through with the blow dryer, and it also seems to get my hair straighter. But here I go. I'm gonna do that on low heat. And now that that is definitely stretched out a lot, I'm going to blow dry it with the comb, starting from the ends. Alrighty. Just comb it up one more time. And then I'm gonna twist it down, just to keep it from reverting, since the rest of my hair is still wet, and to also keep it out of the way.
Whenever I'm almost finished with a twist, I like to make sure to seal the ends with whatever butter or oil I'm using.
Twirl it around my finger to make sure it doesn't come untwisted, and boom. I hope that was in the shot. Alright, so I'm just gonna do that process for the rest of my head, and then I'll be back fully dry. I am finally done. Took me a little bit because I'm tender-headed, especially right up at the top. That's my hot spot. Yeah, but as you can see, we are working with Super Shine. My hair does not feel brittle at all, which before I really knew how to take care of my hair, every time I blow dried, like the ends would just feel so brittle. And even the ends are soft, which I love. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through now and give myself what I call a mini trim. This is just finding the ends of my twists and cutting it off where it starts to get really skimpy. So I'd probably cut about here. See, right about there. Right where the end starts to look scraggly. And snip. See? Looks a lot more uniform. And even though it's kind of thin up, uh-oh. Even though it's kind of thin, kind of up here too, thinner than this part, I'm not really concerned about the length. It's just the fact that I want to cut that fuzzy looking part off because I know that that is, those ends are splitting. So I'm going to do that for the rest of my head. And then I am going to grease my scalp with some Sulfur 8 and go through with my brush. I have no idea what this brush is called, but I like it. I like it better on my blow dried hair than on my wet hair or on my shrunken hair or semi shrunken hair, just because I am tender headed and I like to get it on out. So, right on the scalp, give it some good scalp stimulation, and then I'm going to style my hair. Now, I won't be styling on camera, but maybe I'll come back on here and show you the finished result once I am finished styling. But yeah, that was wash day for me. Hope you learned some things. If you have any tips, please share them. If you have any questions, please ask. And that's it. So what I forgot to show is how much hair I lost during blow drying. And this is during detangling with the comb and the hair that I trimmed from the twists. It's not much at all. You can see it's still kind of see-through, but I did kind of ball it up a little bit in my hand like this.
This is the total amount of shedding that I had throughout the day's whole process. The ball on the left is from the style takedown, the middle one is from conditioning, and the one on the right is from blow drying and trimming. And that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you would like to see more content. See ya!